How's it going, my friends? My beautiful soul family. How you doing today? Are we doing good? Listen, the new moon in Cancer has been rocking my shit. So, if you are not doing okay, we are in the same boat. But you know what? If you are doing okay, I'm very happy for you. I'm Mars. I am a trans non-binary tarot reader on the internet. And so we're going to read some tarot today. We're just gonna pull some cards and see what comes through. And I will pull a card for each pile for you to choose from, but we also have these things that I made. I made all of these. And so pile one is going to be this crocheted mushroom surprise. It is a lighter holder. You can really put anything in it. I don't smoke anymore, so I put crystals and stuff in it. Yeah, pile two. We have this mask chain that I made. These are clear beads in indoor lighting, and then when they hit the sun, they change to like really pretty colors. I'll insert a picture of like what they look like. Yeah, they're gorgeous. And then pile three, we have this necklace that I made. It's got a little butterfly on it. Yeah. Let's pull a card for each pile. Oh, I think I want to do pile two for that one. What else, Spirit? Okay, pile three. Pile one. I kind of feel like I want to take two for pile one. Alrighty. Okay. Interesting. Pile one, we have monk/nun, and it says selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. That's beautiful. Then we have angel, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Those are pile one. Pile two, ooh, we have queen, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Pile three, oh my God, we have, stop it, we have queen and king. That's crazy. King, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. That is so interesting. I feel like maybe two and three may be connected, but who knows? They could be polar opposites. Maybe we'll get like a divine feminine, divine masculine type of thing going on. Check the description, check the pinned comment. The timestamps will be there, and I will see you at your reading. Hey, pile one. If you choose these two cards and then the mushroom lighter holder, this is your reading. I'm already getting some messages, so let's just, jump right in. I'm definitely getting that this could be a pile for light workers, for, people that do divination, people that are tarot readers, people that are psychics, mediums. It doesn't really matter what it is. And I'm getting a strong message that if you're feeling drained by the world, the physical world, this is also probably a pile for like empaths and like highly sensitive people. That also includes like autistic people. I'm autistic, so we represent here. If you fall into those categories, or if you just feel very drained by the world, it is okay to go into hermit mode sometimes, and to just like really take time for yourself to rest, and really take time for yourself to be alone and process all of the things that are going on, not only in the world, but inside yourself. You know what I mean? I'm also seeing that you could be the type of person that wants to do good in the world, the type of person that wants to change the world, the type of person that really the only thing you've ever wanted, even as a kid, was to make a positive difference and a positive change in the world. Spirit is saying you can do that. You can. In fact, it may be the sole reason you are here. You could be an earth angel. Shout out to my earth angels. We are amazing, honestly. I'm also getting the message right away to not, how do I say this? Don't be discouraged by the way things are right now in the world. Because it kind of, I mean, realistically, it looks like everything is falling apart, but it's falling into place. Like, spirit and the divine is actively breaking down, like, society and breaking down institutions and governments and, like, toxic authority in order to change this 3D world for the better. So don't be discouraged by the way things look right now. And trust that we are heading in the right direction, even if it doesn't always look like it. All right, friend, I'm going to pull some cards for you. Sorry, I'm getting the channeling burps. That's how you know it's going to be good. Got a couple cards coming out. Another card. They're really flying all over the place today. That one. That one. That one. Okay. Let's see what we got here, my friend. We have got love. I'm committed to seeing... Oh, wait. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I hope you can see that. I can't really tell. There we go. We have guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. And then empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Yeah, I feel like this really is tying into the channeled messages I was getting, that as a highly empathetic person, it could take a lot of strength and courage and perseverance to simply exist in this world. You may also feel guilt for things that are quite literally not your fault. That could have been something instilled in you from childhood, but it also is instilled in us by society, especially if you live in the United States. From childhood, it is instilled in us to be individualistic, and it is instilled in us that the things that are wrong with society are our fault, and they're not. Okay, the fault lies with the people that created these problems, the people in power, the people that colonize the entire world. Like, what else, Spirit? I'm also hearing to find the humor in how absurd things are right now. And it's not because they're funny, because they're not. But just taking a step back and, like, realizing that we're on a big fucking floating rock, like, and that we exist even in the first place is, like, so fucking absurd that it's kind of hilarious. You know what I mean? I'm also getting the message that Spirit is encouraging you to have empathy for those that, how do I say this? Have empathy for those that society does not show empathy towards. I'm hearing, like, homeless people, people that are incarcerated or have been incarcerated, yeah, just like the people that society has deemed unworthy and outcasted and immoral. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, no matter the things that have happened to us, we should have empathy for everyone. And I don't say that to say that you need to let people walk all over you. I don't say that anything that has ever happened to you is okay. But at the end of the day, we are all having a human experience. Let's see what we have here. This tarot deck is the, what is this called? I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put it in the description box if you like it. We have the Knight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Swords, the Hanged Man, Ten of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. We have a couple of knights coming out. I'm seeing that there is a disconnect between your heart and your mind. You could be wanting to move forward with something. You could be very scared, or you could just be very confused. It's almost like you're viewing your current state as if you're underwater. I'm also hearing that you're being blinded by your pain. I don't know what that means. Spirit is telling me that you have the desire to have the Ten of Cups, which is like ultimate, like wish fulfillment and emotional fulfillment and like stable home and like love and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to knock you. But you're being blinded by the bad things that have happened to you. And it's almost like you don't believe you can have it, but you can. Like, because you desire it, you can have it. And it's that simple. Because you desire it, you can have it. It's for you. But oh my gosh, I'm also seeing that, like, you start off as the Knight of Swords, like, very in your head, but also ready to face, like, the challenges. But then you see the challenges and you're like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, you see the lessons that you need to learn and you're like, oh, fuck. I totally get it. I totally get it. Life is fucking scary. I'm also seeing that this could be a slow and painful process. And that's not because Spirit wants to punish you. It is just the lesson that needs to be learned. Some lessons are slow and painful. And it's okay to be mad about that. Like, absolutely. It's okay to be pissed off. It's okay to feel like it's unfair. It's okay to say, hey, this hurts. Hey, I'm confused. I can't see clearly. I need help. Spirit says, ask me for help. We have the Eight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Devil. Seven of Cups, Justice, reversed. Eight of Cups reversed. It's interesting that we have the Eight of Cups reversed and then the Seven of Cups upright. It's almost like you're moving backwards, or you could feel like you're moving backwards. Spirit is asking me to remind you that life is cyclical, okay? It's not linear. It's cyclical. It's in a spiral. And we keep going around and around until we learn the lessons. And when we learn the lessons, we move on to the next spiral. So it doesn't end, but it changes. There's something coming up about tradition, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. Oh, maybe you're the curse breaker. You're the generational curse breaker. And while everyone else in your family decided to go back, whatever that means for you, decided to go back, decided to backslide, decided to stay and live in the past, you are doing something different. You're taking those steps forward no matter how painful it is. You're taking those steps forward even though it's fucking terrifying. And with the Seven of Cups here, you're not sure what's real and what's not. You're not sure, is this path an illusion or is it the path I'm supposed to be on? There is one path, okay? It's all the same path. There is no wrong path. There is no right path. The only path is the life that you live. And the choice is yours. You have free will. And no matter what choices you make, the things that are fated for you will not pass you by. The choices you make can absolutely delay your fate, right? Free will. But there's something here about doing something different, and there's something here about doing something that is not traditional. Doing something maybe even that your family could see as demonic, such as tarot reading. Like, people think tarot reading is of the devil and is of evil. It comes straight from God. It comes straight from spirit. Whatever this is for you, spirit just wants you to know that your desires are your desires for a reason, that they are meant for you, and that you can have the things that you dream of. Your dreams can absolutely come true, but you have to take the steps forward. You have to learn the lessons. We have justice reversed here. Yeah, that's interesting. It's in a spiral. Yeah. I'm getting a huge message of curse breaking and deciding that it ends with you. Deciding, I am not going to do this. I am not going to live my life the same way my family lived their life or are living their lives. You're taking the knife and you are cutting the chains. You are breaking the chains. The cycles of addiction, the cycles of poverty, the cycles of food and housing insecurity, of homelessness, of incarceration. You're saying it ends with me. I just want to tell you congratulations, Pile 1, because not everyone can do this. And you have to go or have gone through some incredibly fucked up shit to be strong enough to be a cycle breaker, a curse breaker. Trust me, I know. I am also that person in my family. The black sheep, the one that walks away, you know? And if you're watching this and you want to be that person and you're currently not, Spirit is saying that you can. It is never too late to walk away from these people. It is never too late to change your path. It is never too late to decide to do better. Fuck, you could be 75 and decide that you're gonna change the person that you are, and you should. You could be 102, I don't fucking care. Like, you could be 12. Like, I don't think you should be watching my channel if you're 12. I curse a lot, but you know, free will. Yeah. What else, Spirit? I'm feeling like we should use these. Messages for Pile 1, Spirit. Wow. We have volcano with volatility, forest with breath, mountain with strength, Tsunami, wake up call, celebration, dance. Wow. This is telling a whole story within itself. I'm seeing that there is some type of past, I just heard the word violence. Some type of, it doesn't have to be big in the sense that, like, as long as it felt big emotionally, like it was big. Something big happened and it forced you to kind of like wake the fuck up and realize that you can't live like this. And perhaps even you like change your environment for a little bit. Like maybe you went to visit somebody, or I'm hearing like going to a friend's house. Like as a kid, you may have went to a friend's house and realized like how fucked up your home life was. I'm also hearing that like maybe like as an adult or a teenager, you visited someone at their job and realized how toxic your work environment was. Wow. I'm also getting the message that your ancestors are so proud of you. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Your ancestors are so fucking proud of you because you are doing the things that they could not do. You were doing the things that they wish that they could have done, but they weren't strong enough or they didn't have the resources. But this is you. I just heard you have mountain energy. I don't know what that means. Maybe mountains are significant to you. Maybe you like live in the mountains. I just heard like Appalachian. Your ancestors and specifically and spirit are saying move forward and don't be afraid, because this is what you are here to do. This is your path. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't know what that's about, but you're not wrong. Like, you're not crazy. You are seeing things for what they are, and maybe you did it in the past. Maybe you didn't know, and that's okay. We all learn at our own pace. Okay. I'll get one more deck for you guys. We're going to use the Herb Crafters Tarot. Oh my God. I don't know why I'm feeling called to tell you guys this, but I had a realization recently. So we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, which is, I think you had the Hierophant earlier. Yeah. I'm really feeling called to take this. The Hierophant not only is a like spiritual / religious figure, but the Hierophant is a teacher. The Hierophant teaches people spiritual lessons, perhaps religious lessons. Perhaps you are escaping some type of toxic religious environment. But I'm seeing that you're going to gain the knowledge from the lessons that you learn to help people do the same thing that you did, to walk away, to break the curse, to change the cycle. I also had the realization recently in my own spiritual journey that chocolate and cacao like somehow helps me channel. Like I will like eat a piece of chocolate, or I'll eat something that has chocolate in it, and I will like immediately get a download. Like, it's crazy. It's a very spiritual experience, and it confuses me a lot, honestly. Because, you know, I'm just trying to have a little snack, and now all of a sudden I've got wisdom. Like, what else, Spirit? I just heard keep talking about it. Keep talking about what? Okay, first, a lot of you, there's a certain food, there's a certain spice, a certain ingredient that can help you heighten your spiritual gifts. Also, the new moon in Cancer, July 17th, 2023, it just happened a couple days ago. If you're watching it when it came out, obviously this is timeless. Whenever you watch it is fine, and it's for you. But the new moon in Cancer quite literally like unlocked spiritual gifts for me and unlocked a lot of spiritual gifts for a lot of people. And so Spirit is asking you to look into that and to pay more attention to your spiritual gifts, specifically psychic gifts, clairaudience, clairsentience, psychic intuition, stuff like that. That actually came out reverse, so I'll keep it. Interesting. Interesting. I'm seeing that you come from a long line of psychics. You come from a long line of people with spiritual gifts. And it's very possible that these people do not use their spiritual gifts for good. It's also very possible that these spiritual gifts are demonized in some kind of way. But Spirit is just really urging you to try to unlearn and relearn. Unlearn and relearn how to use your gifts, how to, did I say use your gifts? How to look at them, how you view them, because the way you're viewing them could be warped in some kind of way. I'm also getting that message again of like self-doubt. It could also come from feeling unworthy, of maybe you feel like you don't deserve the gifts, or you don't deserve the abundance that your gifts can bring you, or just the abundance in general that you are supposed to be receiving of your life, in your life. And Spirit is saying that that belief was learned. That belief is not truly your belief, it's someone else's. It's a belief that has been instilled in you. It's not actually what you think. We don't grow up hating ourselves. That's learned. There needs to be some type of release here. Specifically a release of the past, a release of, I just heard lack money mindset. You could have grown up poor. You could still be poor. Same bestie. I'm kind of like zoning out. It happens when I channel, so I'm trying to like rein it back in to finish this message. There's a need to release the past and quite literally move forward. It goes back to what we were saying in the beginning, right? To walk away even if you're scared. To change even if you're scared. To do better even if you're scared. Because, listen, you are an earth angel. You're here to spread joy. You're here to spread spiritual wisdom. And we can't heal in the environments that broke us. We cannot spread joy in the environments that suck the joy out of us, that suck the life out of us. And once you learn these lessons, once you walk away, you will unlock so much spiritual wisdom that you, like, I just heard will ascend. You will ascend. I also just heard the word enlightenment. Like it could unlock some type of like awakening, like Kundalini awakening, dark night of the soul type, like third eye open, and you can't close it anymore. You can't deny it. You can't deny it. You could also end up becoming some type of spiritual teacher or guru, or some type of tarot reader or psychic or medium. I think I'm going to close out this reading. For some reason, I'm feeling called to pull one more archetype card, so I will do that. And we have mediator. Gifts for negotiating fairness, strategy, and personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. Interesting. Whoa, stop it. Where's the other Hierophant card? This picture, I don't have any traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarots on the table right now. I want to find one because this looks exactly like the Hierophant imagery. Hold on. I found it. So I pulled out the Queer Tarot. Look at these. Fucking look at these. The two people on both sides. That's wild. That's cray-cray. That's crazy. You are the Hierophant. You are supposed to be some type of teacher, some type of, I just heard the word master. Oh my God. You, like, when you die, you could, like, become an ascended master. That's wild. That's crazy. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that. Before I go, I got the final message to not be afraid of change, because things can't stay stagnant forever, and we can't stay in the same place forever. Okay, I love you, Pile One. This has been your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it did something for you. I'm Mars. I do private readings on my website, marsredwoodtarot.square.site. If you'd like to donate to the channel, I have Venmo and Cash App, Mars Redwood on everything. Also, I have Instagram, Mars Redwood on Instagram. What else? Tarot wishlist in the description if you feel called to support the channel. And I think that's everything. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, Pile 2, if you picked this mask chain that I made, with little claspies on it, yeah, and the Queen card, it says, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. This is your reading. I'm getting messages already, so let's jump right in. You could be feeling very sensitive at this time. You could be feeling very, like, not in your bad bitch energy. And that's okay, especially with, like, the transits and stuff that are happening right now. Sorry, channeling verbs. It's a very sensitive time. It's a very heavy time. We had the full moon in Cancer a couple days ago. If you're watching this, like, in real time, my readings are timeless, so, like, if you're watching this in the future, don't worry about it. It's still for you. It's okay to be feeling sensitive and vulnerable and, like, a little bit raw at this time. That is just the nature of things. We can't always be on the up and up all the time. You know what I mean? Life is not linear. Lessons aren't linear. Feelings, healing is not linear. Okay. I was also getting the message that you need to, like, obviously rest when you need to rest. But there's a message here to be out in public more and, like, let people see you more. And, like, you don't really have to talk to anybody. Just, like, your presence changes people, and your presence and your energy, like, enlightens people, and they just, like, feel good when you're around. It's because they can sense your energy. I'm also getting that you could be more, like, introverted, quiet, shy. I'm the same way. I definitely feel like this pile resonates with me as well. Like, where you don't really want to be seen. You don't really want people to perceive you or to, like, be in public. But I'm getting the message that people see you way differently than you see you. You could maybe be feeling very unworthy, or, like, even ugly. I'm hearing that that's an illusion. Like, specifically the way you view your physical self, your body, your face, is an illusion. You know, they say that if you were to meet yourself, you wouldn't even recognize yourself. I don't know if that's true, but, you know. Yeah, there's something about, like, being in the sun and like being out in nature, but also just like being around people in general. You could be in a very like hermit mode right now, and spirit is asking you to like slowly step out of that. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to rush it at all, especially if you are an anxious person, a very nervous person like me. Like, it takes time. It could even take months to like really not only be comfortable around people or in public, but to even do it. You know what I mean? And that's okay. I also just saw 234. So that is definitely a message of like divine timing, divine order, and just trusting that things are happening in the timing that they need to be. Okay. What do I want to start with, Spirit? What do I want to start with? I kind of want to start with these for some reason. This is the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen D. Farmer. In between pile 1 and your pile, I went and I loved on my cat, and I was just feeling like I should tell you guys, my cat is a little queen. Okay, she's a little Cancer baby. She's very sensitive, but she's still a queen. Okay, she runs this house. She gets everything that she wants. She's a spoiled brat, but she is a 14-year-old Cancer baby. I'll put in a picture of her here. We have Dream Time with Creation, Shaman with Ancient Healing Wisdom, Eagle with Communion, Dawn, New Beginnings, Music, Harmony, Rainbow, Blessings. There is a message here about not only socializing through music, but creating music. Oh my gosh. I just heard that your music could heal people spiritually, and like almost like give them downloads and like instill wisdom in them somehow. It doesn't have to be music, but that is the main message that I'm getting. It's something that you're creating. It could even be like videos, art. That's interesting. Because the pick a pile today was all things that I created. That's interesting. I also just heard that your divisions, what does that mean? Your creations are divinely protected, as long as you act on them, right? So Spirit gives us ideas for us to act on, to create, to bring into the 3D. But if we don't do it, it'll go to someone else. So there's a strong message here to create the things that you desire to create the things that you know you specifically are supposed to be creating, because it's for you. I'm also getting the message that if you are a trans person like me, that don't be afraid to incorporate queerness and transness into your art. That's for someone specific. I'm also hearing that the creation of whatever this is, oh my God, this is going back to the download that I was getting the other day. I'll try to incorporate that here. Could create some type of new beginning for you emotionally. And that goes back to the download I was getting. The download that I got, I'll try to post it in the community tab. But when we create, the energy that we have inside of us, when we create, we have the ability to let it out through creation. We have the ability to transmute it through creation, turning pain into something joyful, turning sorrow into something beautiful, turning grief into something healing. So we take all the energy that's like stuck inside of us, and we kind of like purge it through creation. As I was saying that, I also saw 7-Eleven. And now I'm hearing, is it 7-Eleven by Beyonce? That might be significant for somebody. Yeah, Creation is transmutation. We turn something into something else. Literally and energetically, like paint into a painting, yarn into crochet, beads into a mask chain. Like, I'm also getting to share it with the world. Because these beads, they look like clear beads, but when they're in the sun, they're a totally different color. You need to be seen, and your art needs to be seen. Because it brings brightness to the world. You bring brightness to the world. You bring joy to the world. So stop feeling like you have nothing to offer, because you have everything to offer. And all of it comes within you. So if you feel like you're lacking, if you feel like you're not good enough, turn within. Because everything you've ever needed is already inside of you. I just heard stop nitpicking, like stop being a perfectionist. And that's easier said than done. I also struggle with perfectionism. And it's taken me a very, very long time to get out of that. And I'm still actively working to get out of that. Like, I'm not perfect. Yeah, and we're talking about perfectionism. Spirit wants me to share with you something that helps me. The way that I try to view it is when I'm doing something, I give it 70% of my effort. So say I made a video and I'm not completely happy with it. I turn to myself and I say, is it 70%? Most of the time, yeah. Most of the time it's like 80, 90%. And that's already going overboard, right? Things do not need to be perfect to be valuable. Things do not need to be perfect to be worthy of being seen. And that goes for you too. You do not have to be perfect. You are allowed to make mistakes. That is the entire reason that we're here. That is the entire reason we're having a human experience, is to learn and make mistakes and then grow from them. That's it. That's everything. That's all we do our entire lives, is learn. And we can't learn without making mistakes. So don't beat yourself up when you make mistakes. Mistakes also bring wisdom and healing. When we learn how to treat ourselves better and heal our wounds and view ourselves as worthy, not only do we heal ourselves, we heal the collective. We are all connected. We are all one. Just saw 11:11. And like 11:10. When you heal yourself, you help raise the vibration of the entire world. Let's pull some more cards. Honestly, I would not be surprised if we got some like Queen energy, if we got some Empress energy. Let's see what happens. Let's see what comes up. We've got Judgment coming out. That's just, yeah. No, that actually makes a lot of sense. Stop judging yourself for the way that you do things. I just saw 12:12. Stop judging yourself for literally being a human. Stop judging yourself for the ideas that were instilled in you as a child that aren't even yours. It's time to unlearn and relearn those things, okay? Unlearn and relearn how we view ourselves, how we view the world, how we view each other. Someone could be having a gay awakening. That's not for everybody. Not for everybody, but it's for somebody, that's for sure. The Hierophant also came out a lot in pile 1. Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords. There's a message here to watch the way you're thinking about yourself. You could have a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of negative thoughts about yourself. And Spirit is really urging you to try to change that. And it's absolutely easier said than done. It takes a lot of hard internal work to change the way you think about yourself. But I'm here to tell you that it is possible. I have done it. I have done it. And I truly believe that if I can do it, so can literally anybody else. I just saw 1333. Like, to be completely real and raw with you guys, I used to be suicidal like every day. Like my entire life. I wanted to die. Like, and I did, you know, I won't get into that, but, you know, I tried. I didn't want to be here anymore. And it took me really looking at myself and looking at my life and looking at the way, specifically the way I thought about myself, and deciding that I was going to change it, taking charge and actually changing it. And it took years. It took years. I started my healing journey, like, how many years has it been? Damn. 6 or 7 years ago. And I'm now at a place where I'm not happy all the time, but I am content most days. And I will take that over the life I was living. I just saw 1444. I will take contentment and neutralness and gratitude for being alive, 1455, every single day, over wanting to die every single day. But it comes with work. It comes with hard work, because the things you're doing are not working right now. 1511. The things you're doing are not working right now. 1515. God. So when are you going to take control of your life? Yeah. It's up to you. You have free will. You just need to make the choice. And it needs to be an active choice, not, oh, I'll get to it. No, like today. Today. Yeah. There's a decision that needs to be made on your part. Are you going to keep listening to the things people say about you? The things people have said about you? Specifically in childhood? Or are you going to say, that's not me. That's what other people think of me. And the only thing that matters is what I think of me. What you think of you. To some people, it may sound selfish, but it doesn't fucking matter what other people think of you. What do you think? Can you look yourself in the face? Can you look yourself in the mirror? If the answer is no, it's time to change. It's time to embark on this journey. It is a slow journey. It is a journey of hard work. But the journey that you put into healing your mental reflects into the physical. Your entire life will change right before your eyes. You may not even notice it because it happens so slowly. But just because it's happening slowly, I just saw 1717 and 1722. Just because it's happening slowly does not mean it's a journey not worth taking. You know what I mean? Just because it happens slowly and it's not an instant gratification, it's not an instant overnight change, doesn't mean it's not worth your time and effort. This is a journey that will change your entire life. So get started. If you have access to therapy, start going to therapy, but it is a very important and crucial and necessary that you find a good therapist, a good psychiatrist, because a good or a bad psychiatrist or therapist will do a world more damage than you literally not even being in therapy. Okay? And I fucking mean that. I just saw 1818. Like, a bad therapist can leave you worse off than you started. And again, don't let that scare you. Just have discernment and be mindful, okay? More messages, please, Spirit. Also, if you don't have access to therapy, you could buy like a, what's it called? Like a DBT workbook, or like, I'm also hearing OCD workbook. I'm being told to recommend the, what is it called? I'll have to Google it, but it's something about like the self-compassionate guide to OCD or something. I also struggle with OCD, so I totally understand if you're going through that. I'll try to put a picture on the screen here of the two that I recommend if you can't afford therapy. Yeah. But I'm also being prompted to tell you that you don't need any outside resources to get started. All it really takes is you challenging the thoughts that you have about yourself. If you have a thought that says, like, I'm worthless, sit there, look it in the face, and challenge it. Why do I think that? Where is that really coming from? It may feel like it's coming from you, but I promise you it's not. Of denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. I'm not going to lie to you, pile 2. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. This can be a very lonely journey, especially if you're surrounded by people that don't want to change. I also just saw 2023, so this could be happening this year. You deciding this year you want to change. You need to change. Maybe you don't even want to. You need to. You could have been in denial for a really long time that you could live your life this way. You can't. You can, but the only thing it's going to bring you is grief and sorrow. Kind of want one more. Yeah. Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. You're no longer in this period of denial. You're stepping into a new energy of healing and love and light and purpose. And I'm seeing that when you start to heal and change the way you think about yourself, Spirit will make it very clear to you what your purpose is and what you're here to do. Your entire life, you could have felt like, I have no idea why I'm here. Why the fuck am I even here? Like, I don't even want to be alive. Why am I here? Just end it already, you know? Like, I don't want to be here anymore. But when you start to heal, Spirit will reveal to you exactly why you're here. You're here to make a difference. You're here to make a change. You're here to raise the vibration of the entire world, the entire collective. When we heal ourselves, we heal the collective. We are all one. We are all one. I just saw 22. This is us, collective. We are all in this together. All of our souls are connected. All of our souls come from the same source. All of our consciousness comes from the same source. So when you feel lonely, when you feel worthless, when you feel like you don't want to be here anymore, turn to Spirit. Turn to the universe. If you believe in God, turn to God and say, I need help. I need healing. Please show me the way. Show me what I need to do. And when Spirit shows you what to do, stick to it. This journey requires discipline. You cannot change your entire mental framework without discipline. You will stay the same forever until you die. You do not want to reach, I just heard literally 88. You do not want to reach 88 years old and look back at your life and realize you have been miserable the whole time. I don't say this to scare you. I say this to wake you up. Wake up, my friend. You cannot keep living like this. I don't want you to live like this. That's not me. That's Spirit. Spirit does not want you to live like this. Spirit grieves when you live like this. 24/24. Spirit feels exactly what you feel. You are never alone in the things that you feel. You are never the only one experiencing them. Not only does Spirit experience them, there's at least 1 million other people that feel exactly the way you feel. It's all 24/44. Okay? Yeah. Oh my God. All of these came out in pile 1 so far. We have the Knight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 8 of Swords. You're feeling so trapped and so defeated and so tired. And I'm seeing that this trappedness that you feel could be self-created, like a mental prison almost. But Spirit is saying, be brave. Be brave. Use what energy you do have to heal. I'm so sorry you're feeling so down. You could be feeling so... I gotta check on my cat. Spoiler alert, my cat is fine. She's very needy. This happens every video. So the message I'm getting with these is that you could be so emotionally raw and vulnerable that you literally feel like a child. Like emotionally you feel like a child. Or you could experience, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, please don't mind my cat. I'm hearing something happened at the age of 3. That's for someone specific. But you could also experience age regression. That happens with some like mental illnesses. There's no shame in that. It is a trauma response, so don't feel bad about that. But all of... Honey, what? Can you relax? I love you. Yeah, come here. Hey. Just hang out for a minute. If you have animals, cats, dogs, rabbits, guinea pigs, lizards, turtles, it doesn't matter. They could be a large source of healing for you. I truly believe that like when you love on your animals, like specifically cats and dogs, they literally like soak up our negative energy and like transmute it into love. That might sound crazy for some people, but I really believe that. So turn to like any animals that you have for healing, or if you've been feeling guided to get an animal, specifically a cat, that could be a large source of healing for you, even if it's just like a reason to live. You know what I mean? And then with this Magician card, this is just confirmation that you have what it takes. You have everything that you need to get started on your healing journey. And by the end of it, you are going to feel so content and so blessed and so fulfilled emotionally. And when you feel that way on the inside, it transmutes to the outside. Wow. With the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, Death, and the King of Pentacles. I just saw 244. So, pardon. This healing journey could lead to new love, new friendships. I'm hearing best friend. But it does require healing, and it requires putting yourself out there and feeling worthy of friendship. I just saw 311 and 313, and you know, death is the 13th card. Feeling worthy of friendship, feeling worthy of being around people, feeling worthy of love. This journey could quite literally feel like you're dying. I promise you're not going to die. Because this is the end result. This is what happens. You grieve. You look at it, whenever it is. Oh, 1 second. Guys, I'm not even fucking joking you. My chair just broke underneath me. That's crazy. I'm okay. I didn't fall or anything. But this is a breakdown of your entire life. This is a breakdown of your entire being. Who you are right now. To build yourself back up. You cannot build what is broken. You know, you can't build a house with broken pieces of wood. You know what I mean? You can't create with broken string. I just heard start fresh. Whatever that means. This is interesting. There's something about connecting with animals here. I don't know how I personally feel about like if we have animal spirit guides. I guess it's possible. But there could be like a very strong and powerful animal energy that is also in your energy. There's something significant about the strawberries here as well. I'm not sure what that's about, but yeah. I think I am going to end your reading right here. My chair just broke, so I have to go figure something out, like what I'm going to sit on. Yeah, that feels like a clear indication that the reading is over. So we're going to head out. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I do private readings on my website, marsredwoodtarot.square.site. If anyone solicits you for a reading, that is not me. Okay? What else? Actually, I do in-person readings at the farmer's market sometimes. That is me. Okay, that's me. What else? Oh, I have a Cash App Venmo if you feel like supporting the channel. I have a tarot wish list if you feel like supporting the channel. What else is there? I don't think there's anything else. I love you, pile 2. I hope you have a good day, and I hope that you get the healing and the joy and the love that you deserve. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, pile 3. If you picked this cute little butterfly necklace that I made, or you picked the King card, this is your reading. The King card says, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. So I'm already getting messages. Let's dive in. Literally at the end of pile 2, my chair broke. Like, I was sitting on it and it broke. Very offended, but I had already fixed it once, so I'm not really surprised that it broke. But there's something about, like, you wanting to fix people all the time, or you wanting to make positive change in people's lives, almost like through force. Like you want to force people to change, or like to help them, but I need to tell you that the change comes from them. You can't force people to change. You can give advice, and you can give your love and support, and that's really it. You know, people have to want to change. I'm also getting that you could be very tired and very exhausted in this season of your life. I'm getting the energy of like all work and no play. Like, you need to step into a more playful energy. Step into more of an energy of having fun, because your goals are not going anywhere. Your dreams are not going anywhere. And if you take a couple days off, oh my gosh, we're getting into the download I received. If you take a couple days off, it will actually help whatever goal you're trying to go towards. It's not going to take away, and in fact, it is going to add to it. I just saw 202. I received a download the other day that was about rest, and how rest can make our lives more abundant. I had been asking Spirit for a long time to be able to receive more abundant and more clear downloads. And I kept getting the message to rest, to rest, to rest. And I'm like, I don't need to rest. Well, I do need to rest, but there are things I want to do. I have videos to make. I have personal readings to do. I have in-person readings to do. Like, I can't rest. And then when I started resting, guess what happened? I received the very thing I have been begging Spirit for. And that was clear and abundant downloads on my 3rd day of rest. Specifically, my 3rd day. I just saw 303. On my 3rd day of rest, I received 8 downloads. Back to back to back to back. I was literally trying to sleep, and I could not stop channeling. And I had to write it all down. And I'm so grateful for that. But it was a lot. It was a lot to take in. And so the message here is, when you rest, you allow Spirit to come into your life and make the changes that need to be made. You allow Spirit to take control. You surrender. You surrender. And you could be feeling very uncomfortable with that. In order for a butterfly to become a caterpillar, no, wait. In order for a caterpillar to become a butterfly, it has to go through a very intense and uncomfortable period of surrender. And that's the cocoon, right? When it literally like melts into glue and then like reforms as a butterfly. That's surrender, and that's rest. I also just got a vision of like a bear hibernating for some reason. Obviously because it relates to rest, but I don't know what else there is to that. The message with that is, you may feel like you don't have enough to rest. Maybe money, time, resources. But Spirit is saying that when you rest, I will provide for you. You are taken care of. You are provided for in your time of rest. So rest. Just saw 4:55. Also, this flame in my candle started off huge. It was huge at the beginning and it was so strong. And now when we're at your reading, it's small and dim. And I'm seeing that that is how you could be feeling right now. Exhausted and burnt out and tired and small. There's nothing wrong with that. But you get reignited. Your flame regrows after a period of rest. So let's get into it. Two of Cups reversed. I'm also getting the message that you could be afraid to rest because you could be afraid that like the friends you have will abandon you, or you could be like, you could have FOMO, fear of missing out. Yeah, Spirit says don't worry about that. The people that you were supposed to meet and the people that are supposed to be in your life are not going anywhere. And then if they are, then like, bitch, bye. They weren't supposed to be there to begin with. Like, or they were, but just not forever. The things that are destined for you will not pass you by. So don't worry that you are going to miss opportunities or miss experiences while you're resting. Yeah. The Tower and then the Devil. Don't let it get to the point where you have a Tower moment. What I mean by that is that if you do not actively rest, you do not make the decision to rest, Spirit will make that decision for you. And you don't want that, okay? I have had that happen to me. I ignored and ignored and ignored the fact that I needed to rest. And I sprained my ankle so badly that I couldn't work for like a week. And I couldn't like walk. Like it was bad. And then another time I was ignoring the message to rest and I got the flu so badly I could not even take care of myself. And I don't say these things to scare you. I am saying them to tell you what will happen if you don't take it upon yourself to quite literally take care of yourself. You know, this could be a cycle that you keep going through, that you keep having to learn. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, when will you learn? You can't force things. You can't push things, especially yourself. Don't let it become a Tower moment. The Death reverse. I'm pretty sure this came out in all three piles. And it's basically just like an unwillingness to change. Like our patterns, basically. We also have the Eight of Swords coming out. Okay. I'm getting that your hustle culture, your work culture could like run in your family. Like maybe you are just repeating the same patterns, the same work patterns, the same like forced effort that like runs in your family. That's specific. That's not going to be for everybody. But maybe that's the only type of work balance that was displayed to you as a child. I also just heard like flow with it. So there needs to be a balance here in between rest and work. And if you start to release control and flow with it instead of force and push, Spirit will guide you on when you should be working and when you should be resting and when you should be playing. When you surrender that, and don't view it as giving up, because it's not giving up. It's just releasing control. And I just saw 10:11. Hand it over to Spirit. Release control to Spirit. And watch how your life changes. The Three of Swords and the Hanged Man and the Knight of Pentacles. These all came out in pile 1, I think. So if you're feeling drawn to 1, for some, you could be trying to get out of poverty. Hierophant came out a lot in pile 2. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Interesting. I'm seeing a need to step more into feminine energy, divine. I just saw 11:11 and 11:12. Divine feminine energy, which means that, yeah, it goes back to what I was saying about the flowing with it and the release of control, because divine feminine is in a receiving energy. I don't want to call it a backseat energy because it's still powerful, but allowing Spirit to drive instead of you. Does that make sense? Allowing Spirit to take control instead of you. I want one more card for some reason. 8 of Cups reversed. Yep, that also came out today. There's a fear that if you walk away, you will be judged. Like if you rest, you will be judged. And maybe that's coming from like actual physical people in your life. Spirit is saying, don't worry about that. I'm also hearing it could be family. There's some type of like strict family culture that I'm picking up on. Something traditional, something generational. Spirit is asking you to do things differently. It may have worked for them and it may work for you to force things, but at the end of the day, you will be exhausted. You will be worn down to the bone. I just heard 14-hour work day. That comes through a lot in my readings. Nobody should be working 14 hours. I completely understand the need to provide and the need to make things work and the need to survive. But Spirit is saying that there's a different way and that we need to do things differently. I'm also hearing it could impact your lifespan. Like that is how serious we're talking. You cannot put so much stress on yourself and expect to live a long, healthy life. I'm not saying that to scare you. I also just heard heart problems, like someone's putting so much work in that it could be literally affecting your heart, and I just saw 1333. So we're seeing a manifestation of real life health problems. Let the judgment go of others. Yeah, I didn't even notice this with the three of swords. The traditional, let me see if I can find it. The traditional artwork of the 3 of Swords is 3 daggers going through the heart. So not only could you be having physical health complications, you could be having emotional and psychological complications from not resting, not getting enough rest, not getting enough sleep, not getting enough water, not getting enough food. You could feel like you're drowning, and Spirit says, let me take over. I just flipped through one of my decks trying to find the 3 of Swords, and I couldn't find it. So I'll put a picture here of like what it traditionally looks like, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But as I was flipping through that, I like knocked over one of my decks, and this came out. the 9 of Cups. And the message I'm getting with that is that this is what you will be receiving when you rest. This shows me relaxation, contentment, wish fulfillment, prayers answered, blessings coming in. When you push and shove and control, you do not let in enough room for spirit to come in and make the changes that need to be changed. There is no trust in spirit, in the divine, to give you the blessings that you've been asking for when you don't even let in room for them to do the work. You need to surrender and you need to trust, because there are just some things that in our physical reality we cannot do, and that we have to rely on spirit to make it a possibility. I saw 122. Okay. Let's see here. I'll use some oracle cards and then we will be on our way. And those coming out. Those coming out. Those. Wow. Okay. So the first three, I'll go ahead and put this one out. We have a waterfall, effortless. Yeah. We have stone people with vigilance, DNA with karma, ocean, can you see that? With ebb and flow, childhood innocence, ceremony and vocation, ancestors, generations, and cave sanctuary. Wow. So the first three cards that came out were vigilance, karma, and ebb and flow. And yeah, this is all confirmation of the need to flow with life instead of force yourself against it. You need to do things differently than the way your ancestors did, your grandparents, your parents, your great-grandparents. There's a need to shift and there's a need to change. And you need to stop being so vigilant about how things are going to work. How am I going to make this work? Because the how lies in spirit. It doesn't matter how, because spirit will take care of you regardless. Spirit will take care of you regardless. It is in your DNA. It is your karma to receive these good blessings effortlessly. Effortlessly. I'm also getting the vision of like a child, like, I don't know if they're dancing or if they're, I don't really understand what this is, but it's like the need to be as carefree as a child and be as flowing as a child and be as open to the magic of the world as children are. I'm also seeing a need for you to create a safe space to rest, whatever that means for you. I also just heard closet, so even if there's like a closet in your space, maybe that is the only safe space you have. Do it. Take it. Use it. I'm also seeing that when you start on this new journey of prioritizing rest and balance, you at the same time are breaking generational curses, because these are things that your ancestors could not do, and now it is your time to do them. I just saw 444. It is on you and for you, and because you are doing this hard work, and by hard work I mean rest, because that is difficult for a lot of us, especially in this society, this capitalistic hustle, go society. Resting is hard. Absolutely, it is difficult. But with this invocation card, You have to hand it all over to Spirit, and you need to trust. Trust that it's all working out for you. Things are happening for you, not to you. I just heard go back to the ancestors. What do you mean by that? There needs to be a gratitude shown. There needs to be an altar made. There needs to be some type of honoring your ancestors, because without them, you would not be here. And without them, you would not be receiving the blessings that you are meant to receive. Number 6 is important for somebody. Maybe 666. That's not the devil's number. Okay, don't freak out. 6 means harmony, so just relax. Harmony, balance, childhood. Yeah. There needs to be some type of gratitude shown to your ancestors for the fact that you are even alive. Because I'm hearing that maybe you shouldn't even be. You know what I mean? Maybe something was supposed to happen and your ancestors protected you from that. Or maybe your bloodline was supposed to end already. Maybe you shouldn't have even been born. That's very specific for somebody. And don't read too much into that if that's not for you, okay? The people that are supposed to receive that know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It's not for you. I'm hearing that your ancestors want a relationship with you. And they want your gratitude, and they want you to show thanks to them that they are supporting you, because they do a lot of work that you don't see. There's a lot of protection that you don't see, and a lot of incoming blessings that you don't see. I'm also seeing that if you have a child, they are protecting your child. Or if you want to have a child, they are aiding you in that process. Okay. Is there anything else with these, Spirit, before I cover them up? There's also if someone is into, what is it called, splunking, where you go into the caves and stuff, there's 2 messages with that. Be careful. Okay, be careful. Take all the necessary steps you need to ensure your safety and to be prepared, and don't go alone. It's very specific, but also very, I'm hearing the word urgent. Don't go alone. You could get lost, you could get hurt. And don't be in this I can do it all myself energy that we've been in this whole reading, okay? This is what we're getting to. Being okay with asking for help, being okay with having company and assistance. Don't go alone. But I'm also hearing at the same time that nature has wisdom for you. I don't really know what that means. But you could see signs and synchronicities out in nature, specifically in caves, in rocks, in the earth, in the land. I also just heard crystals. And like, there's something here about like something being painted on a wall, on a rock, on a cave wall. There are messages for you there. I swear if the surrender card comes out, I might go bananas. Might just go bananas. Okay. I'm going to make these your final cards. If you're still here, leave me a little candle emoji. Okay, we have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Yeah. Release the how. Release the why. And just know that Spirit has got you. Service. I feel good when I can help others. This goes back to a message I was getting earlier. I totally forgot to say it. That just happens when you're channeling so much information sometimes. You could be in a position where you're providing for a family, and I'm hearing like multi-generational, like you could be taking care of grandparents and also children. That's for someone specific. But don't worry that things are all going to fall apart if you take some time to rest. I also was hearing, this is for someone very, very specific, like one person probably. Don't be afraid that someone is going to die or get hurt because you decide to rest. I don't know what that's about. You could have OCD. I do too, so I can personally speak on that sometimes our brain tricks us into thinking something horribly bad is going to happen when it's just not the reality. Okay? Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Yeah, I mean, you can stress about life all you want and it won't change anything. It changes absolutely nothing. Denial. I acknowledge my fear and replace it with the insight of awareness. Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Trust. I accept that my inner voice is always guiding me correctly. Yeah. You need to trust in your intuition, that you're resting when you need to be resting and working when you need to be working. And you also need to trust in spirit that things aren't going to fall apart. This is not a time in your life that when you rest, you lose things. It's going to be quite the opposite. You have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Yeah. I don't even have to say anything about that one. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I kind of want one more. Actually, I want one more. Forgiveness and failure. Forgiveness says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And then failure. I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. So with these last couple of cards with friendship, I'm getting that it's okay to ask for help. And it's okay to rely on your friends. And it's okay to ask for assistance when you need it. And it's okay to vent to people. And it's okay to talk about your feelings. And it's okay to talk about the hard things that we go through in life. It's okay to talk about it. It's possible, especially like if you are a cis man, or like if you were socialized as a cis man, that you were taught not to talk about your feelings and not talk about the hard things and not talk about how you're actually feeling. I'm also hearing that you need to forgive yourself for overworking yourself because you could be heavy in this blame energy. If anything or anyone to blame, it is our current society. Like, we are conditioned to be workaholics. We are conditioned to never stop and to work ourselves to the bone, to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, you know? And if you take a step away and you take some time to rest, our society makes us feel like a failure and it places personal blame on us. And that is simply not the case. It is not the case at all. Rest brings abundance. And that is something that they don't want you to know. That you can have it all and be well rested too. I kind of want one more card. What deck should I pull from, Spirit? Okay. Wow. Wow. We have the Martyr and the Beggar as our last two cards. The Martyr says, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or cause. And the Beggar says, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. Wow. Yeah. I'm also being prompted to tell you that the more you rest, the more you can serve others. You cannot fill other people's cup up when yours is empty. When your flame is so small, it's about to go out. You could be worried about like being a beggar. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with asking for help. Again, that is our conditioning. It is conditioned. It is instilled in us. It is brainwashing. Asking for help is not wrong. And taking time to yourself in order to better the collective, raise the vibration of everyone on this earth, is not wrong. Rest is transcendent. Rest is divine. Rest is abundant. Don't ever forget that. Is there anything else, Spirit? Okay, one more. What is this? The Two of the Two of Pentacles reversed. It is all about balance, and quite literally the lack of balance that we have been seeing this entire reading. Spirit wants you to be a more balanced person. You will live a healthier, happier, longer life if you live balanced. You will be able to help more people if you live balanced. You will be able to provide for those that you love when you live in an energy of balance. I just saw 1717. You have two 17-year-old kids. That's for someone specific. Yeah. Balance is good. Okay? Says the Libra. Okay. Pile 3. I'm getting out of here. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you're still here, leave me a little yellow flower. What else? I do private readings on my website, marsredwoodtarot.square.site. You can find the link in the description. I will never, ever, ever solicit you for a reading. I do in-person readings sometimes at the farmer's market. That's me. You know, there's only one me. But online, like, I will never do that. So, I also have Venmo, Cash App if you feel called to support the channel. And then I have a tarot wish list if you feel called to support the channel in that way. What else? I don't think there's anything else. I love you so, so much. I hope you have a great day. I hope you get some rest today. Drink lots of water. Take a nice shower. Take a nap. You know, spend some time in quiet for like 5 minutes or something. Yeah, that's everything. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.